Hi guys, welcome to Soul's Note Evolution. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. This is going to be your Timeless Tarot. For whenever it is that you're tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're all doing really, really well. These are general readings for the collective. It may not resonate. Please only take what does, leave the rest. It's not going to be everyone's message every day. I appreciate you tuning in all the same. So, can we have a message for the collective, please, Spirit? What is it that the collective would benefit from hearing or knowing right now? We're using the symbol on to set the theme for your reading today. Okay. That was quick. Ooh, this is like the Ace of Cups. Absolutely beautiful energy. What's at the bottom? Ooh, this is like the Fool. We've got like the Fool and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Right, okay. We'll look at that in a minute. I'm just trying to determine what the symbols are on this. Right, let me just check. I think we're looking at Pisces and I think we're looking at Gemini, but let me just double check. Right, okay. I was half right. It's Aquarius and Pisces energy, and this card is called the Question of the Grail. But giving me visually, it's looking like the Ace of Cups with like bells and whistles. Absolutely beautiful. And this is Aquarius all on its own. And this card's called the Jester. Right, so let's just read the keywords. It says salvation, eternal search, lost knowledge, objective unconsciousness, the depths of the archetype, the original cause or the search for God. And then the Jester, it's the deliverer, freedom, the outsider, the true hero. So this is like the hero's journey. This is what it's giving me, the hero's journey. Going on some sort of mission, going on some sort of quest. It's giving me, what's that movie called? I can't remember, but it's something about the Holy Grail. The Question of the Grail, this card is called. But it's like someone's going out in search of the answers. Or somebody has deep and meaningful questions here that they're searching or seeking out. And it feels like the answers to those questions can be found through your, I don't know whether it's like a religious quest, a spiritual quest, an internal quest. But this is absolutely fascinating. And then the Jester, yeah, it's about finding the path to freedom. Finding the path to freedom. And then the bottom of the deck, we've got Scorpio energy here. Look at that, more Scorpio. Scorpio is always depicted like quite dark because it's the god of the underworld. If you think about Scorpio energy, I think this is 31. Let me check. Yeah. Oh, the Seducer. This card is called the Seducer. And it's the devil. Wow. So we've got the devil and we've got the search for God. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read all the keywords of this. So the theme for this card is the devil. Suicide, obligation. I shouldn't have even said that word. I might edit that out. We've got the devil, unaliving oneself, obligation, the underworld, fanaticism, and fixation. And what's coming in behind that? We've got Scorpio and Sagittarius. This is that push and pull. This is so weird. As I just said, this is the card of the devil. This is the card of God. So I'm not talking about the boogeyman devil. This is like the lower aspects of the self. This would be the higher aspects of the self. The devil, God. The shadow, the light. Your higher self, your lower self. It's that kind of push and pull. And like I was saying, the Jester is going on a quest. It's going on, a mission. It has questions. Probably about both aspects of life with regards to the shadow and the higher self. And then the card that comes out behind the Seducer, Scorpio and Sagittarius. And again, we've got like this scenery, this scene in a church, but then we've got these hooded figures with the upside down cross, the pentagram, or the inverted pentagram. Sagittarius energy is about the seeker of truth, the seeker of knowledge. It is about religion and God. Whereas, as we just talked about with Scorpio, it's the underworld. It's the devil. So we've got both of this energy mirrored in like both aspects of the cards. I feel like someone is going on like a deep, like a soul-searching mission here. Soul-searching mission for the truth. Let's see what's going on. I always say this is not what I expected, but it's really not. We get such different messages, like, from day to day. It blows my mind. Show me this Aquarius and Pisces energy, please. Six of Swords in the reverse. The Star. Well, that's Aquarius energy. We've got Aquarius energy here. Aquarius energy, Aquarius energy. So Aquarius is featured here, and so Scorpio. Are they, no, they're not opposite. I was going to say that would be too freaky if they were actually opposites in the zodiac wheel. But Scorpio is the 8th house, Aquarius is the 11th house. So they're not opposites. But this is about hope for the future. Hope for the future, social awareness, humanitarianism. See, there's something about healing. Something about healing. And then we've got the Six of Swords in the reversed. So, I don't know if somebody feels stuck with regards to their healing. Somebody's not moving towards the path of their healing. Somebody could be in this lower vibrational energy. And I'm not here to say that, you know, higher vibrational energy is good and lower vibrational energy is bad. We're here, we have access to everything whilst we're here on Earth. The one thing that each and every one of us has is free will. So that's for us to make our own choices. And we can't control anybody else's free will, and nobody should be able to control our own free will. But all that we do have to do, regardless of the choices that we make, whether they're for the light or the dark or whatever, is live with the consequences of those decisions, of those choices, of the actions that we take. I'm not here, to judge anybody. Just read the messages. Give you the information that you need for you to make your own mind up. But somebody, it feels like, is either running away from, doesn't want to face, doesn't want to move towards the path of healing, doesn't want to move towards the path of humanitarianism, doesn't want to move towards the path of, you know, of having hope for the future, of seeing that things, or knowing that things can be different, especially if this is the energy that somebody is in. I think Scorpio energy is ruled by like the genitals. It's a very sexual card. It's like, I almost want to say like sexual deviancy. It's like there isn't anything. I'm not talking about Scorpios themselves. I'm talking about Scorpio energy, because it is that underworld shit. It's like, it's unconventional. It's unconventional. I don't even really know if I'm explaining it right. I really don't. But there's some sort of transformation, because Scorpio energy is the death card. Death was featured heavily in the last reading. It's about spiritual growth, searching for a deeper meaning, which is exactly what this Jester card is doing. As I was saying, he's going on a quest, he's going on a mission to find out the truth. You may have lots of questions. And you may be seeking out the answers to those questions by looking in the light, but also looking, you know, at the dark. You can't have one without the other. They coincide, and, you know, it makes me laugh when people say like, oh, well, God can't exist because all of these bad things happen. God was never, ever only supposed to be a representative of the light. We have free will. And we're the ones that make things happen. No, it's not God that makes things happen. We as human beings make things happen. And from we have free will, from we have access to the darkness, from we have access to the light, we're going to have a mix and a multitude of everything that's available to us here on Earth. And it just feels like that Ace of Pentacles, that's the second time I've seen that now. Ooh, and then Justice, 10 of Pentacles. Right, yeah, we're going to have access to everything at our disposal. look at that. And then the Fool's behind the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune was the original bottom of the deck. The Wheel of Fortune's about fate. It's about karma. It's about destiny. It's also that energy of adapting or allowing yourself to adapt to something new. And this is the exact energy that this Jester's giving me with the Fool. They've both got that knapsack like flung over their shoulder. They're both about to embark on a brand new journey. Neither of them know exactly where it is that they're going or what it is that they're going to find as they go on this mission to seek out whatever that the truth is from their understanding of it. But as I was saying, you've got to allow that wheel to turn. And somebody here is not doing that with the Six of Swords coming out in the reversed. You've got to allow that wheel to turn so that justice, so that balance between the light and the dark can happen. And then here we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody could be walking away. Oh, look at that. The Ace. She's looking just like this. Holy Grail. I don't know if somebody is walking away from a family, walking away from a job, walking away from something that they've been committed to for a very long time. 10 is like, well, the minor arcana goes from an ace, which is a 1, to a 10 in the tarot. So a 10 would be an indicator of year. Pentacles is years, so you could have been doing something for 10 years. It's like the 10-year itch. And then somebody is looking or seeking out something new. Somebody wants their heart to be invested in whatever it is that they're committed to. And somebody very well could be walking away, like I say, from a job. We've got Ace of Pentacles here. It could be a relationship with the Ace of Pentacles, with the Ace of Cups here. But we've got, oh, look at that. Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. So I was just about to say, but whether it's you walking away is going to leave others in the Three of Swords, or you actually walking away, you're going to experience the Three of Swords yourself. That could be why somebody is like stuck or allowing themselves to stagnate. You could be stuck in a situation which is very much the Five of Swords. Like you don't want to be there, you may feel defeated, you may feel as though, you know, people are always on your back. Like not even emotionally, but mentally, the way that they speak to you, the way that you're treated, and the mind games and manipulation that people are playing with you. But if you don't turn around and move on, that's where you're going to stay. That could be this devilish energy here, is what you're stuck in. I don't know how this is going to resonate. It's just so weird. But then under that, we've got the Two of Cups, and then behind that, we've got the World. So as I was saying, closing out a relationship that is either causing you pain or that you're causing pain for somebody else that you're connected to. I don't know which way round this is going to be. This is what needs to be closed out. Some kind of foundation where you've hung your hat, you know, where you've called home for a very long period of time. That is what needs to be closed out. There needs to be an acceptance of the truth. Somebody needs to accept a very painful truth, and it could be about a relationship, or the truth that needs to be accepted is that they want to walk away from a relationship of some kind. Could be a marriage. If it's not a marriage, it's definitely a commitment. If it's not like a marriage, it could be family. It could be, like I say, friends that you've been friends with for a very long time. Foundational friends since you were young, or friends since you were kids, or friends from, you know, your formative years. Right, and then, yeah, I don't know where this has all been now. But then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Right, okay. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords, Four of Pentacles. There's something that someone is holding on to. Whether it's this relationship partner, whether it's a job, whether it's, like I was saying, a friendship group, a family member, or whatever. There's something that someone is holding on to that I don't think that they realise in the holding on to whatever it is putting them in a really difficult situation. We've got these Two Pentacles cards sandwiching the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Cumulatively, this is poverty. Cumulatively, this is you feeling isolated and left out on your own in the cold, no support. Feeling backstabbed, feeling as though you've always got to be like on the defensive. But that's because you choose to stay. But as I was saying, we all have free will. God isn't going to like pick you up and move you. You're going to receive the guidance that's going to tell you what path is going to be most in alignment with your healing, that's going to be most in alignment with your heart, your healed heart. But you've got to be the one that actually gets in the boat. You've got to be the one that actively gets away from this dark ass energy, whether it's your own or that you've surrounded yourself by, intentionally or unintentionally. Because then we've got the moon, and again, it's all that stuff that's done in the dark, and that's what someone needs to see clearly. This dark energy that's either around you, in other people, or that is within yourself, because the people around us generally are a reflection of ourselves. And that's where free will comes in, whether these are family members. We don't have to stay because they're family. We don't have to harbour resentment. We don't have to harbour hate. We can walk away. We can move on in this energy of love, which is exactly what it feels as though all of these cards are saying. 2 Ace of Cups, 2 Fools. You can walk away and seek out a new path for yourself, but it can be done from a place of love, of acceptance of the dark. Acceptance that, I don't know, that people that have been doing this to you or in this energy, they're not in a very good place. It feels as though there's a lot of soul searching that needs to be done by all parties involved in this. And it may be you're staying in this situation. It's blocking the healing for everybody involved. If you were to turn around and move away and focus on your own healing, then the people that you're leaving behind, they're indirectly going to be put in that Hanged Man. I don't know where it's gone now, where the Hanged Man card. Yeah, are going to also be put in that Hanged Man position, so that they are almost forced to face the darkness, to face their fears, to face their insecurities, to connect spiritually, on a spiritual level. This reading's like, it's gone all over the place. I don't feel like I've even pulled any cards. I haven't. I was going to say that Fool still doesn't have any cards underneath it. Right, let me pull some cards on that Fool. Start wrapping this up, because the message came from the bottom of the deck, as it usually does. Why is this Jester here? The Lovers, coming out sideways. Choice or a decision that needs to be made. And that's what I mean. I felt as though that Jester was moving away from a commitment. The Lovers card in the upright it's a soul connection. Be that intimate, be that family, be that friend, but it's a soul connection. But it's coming out on its side. The reversed Lovers card speaks about procrastination. It speaks about indecision. It can speak of, third-party situations, but I don't see any other cards linked to that, other than I mentioned that this was very sexual energy over here. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So I don't know if someone's procrastinating about taking this leap of faith, indecisive about going on this journey of self-discovery, or this journey of discovering the truth. 10 of Swords. Someone very well could have been betrayed in a relationship. Sexually betrayed. Because if this isn't like cheating, it's just stuff, like I say, that wasn't brought to your attention, stuff that was done in the dark. But there's a deeper meaning that needs to be seen here. Right, is there any more messages that go alongside this reading? I felt this reading was all over the place. Any more messages for the collective, please? Right. See what's in my hand, because they didn't want to turn around. 4 of Wands, Hierophant, 7 of Pentacles. Right, okay. This is the commitment. This is the foundation. This is where I was saying, like, a place where you've hung your hat. There may have been, like I say, a marriage, a commitment, someone where you've lived for a very long time, something that you're contractually kind of tied into, whether it is a lease or a mortgage on a home, I don't know. but there's somebody here that is assessing, that's looking at an investment that they've made. They're taking inventory. And it may be, I don't know if that's why you're in this indecisive energy, because you're doing this like pros and cons, and you know, like whether it's actual you writing it down or this is something that you're doing in your head. But I feel that once, as I was saying, because this is in the reverse, once you get that truth, or once you accept a painful truth, we saw it in the Three of Swords next to the Two of Cups, next to the World card. After you've done, after you've done this inventory, I think that the answers will come. And look at that. The Hermit, that's the answers that this fool, this jester is seeking. And those answers come from within. This is solitude. The Hermit is an energy of solitude, taking time for yourself, receiving guidance, soul searching, gaining some kind of enlightenment, shining a light. And if you look at that, there's a star inside the Hermit's lantern. So this would be someone finally accepting that it's time to look within, or somebody finally allowing themselves, Six of Swords in the upright, to move towards their healing. The star. It's in both of these cards. Inside the lantern of the Hermit and up here. But this was in the reverse, like somebody didn't want to move towards that. Right, okay. Then we got the Nine of Pentacles. That's solo, dolo, independent, happy to be on your own. So if this is a relationship, or even if it's not, it could be like, say, moving away from family, moving away from an employer. This would be you happy to do something independently, work-wise. Work for yourself, be your own boss. This is a relationship, again, happy to support yourself, financially speaking, stand on your own 2 feet. Precursor to the Empress energy. Oh, right, okay, let me pull some of these and let's start wrapping this up. Is there any more messages that the collective need to hear about this reading, please, Spirit? Is that below the surface stuff? That's exactly what I was saying with the Scorpio energy of both these cards. Now, this figure has got no skin on it. So to me, I always get like what's going on below the surface, whether that's internally with you, or whether that is what's going on in a relationship below the surface, something that you don't see, something that is not being said. But there is some kind of, you know, shining a light on introspection, soul searching, seeking out the answers that needs to be going on. And it looks as though with now, the time for you to do this is now. The universe is saying no more procrastinating, no more sitting on the fence, no more deciding to stay in a situation that you know is making you unhappy because you don't want to face something. You don't want to see something. You don't want to accept something. And this isn't going to be everyone's story. I can tell you that now. Right, let's get you some advice and guidance. Start wrapping this up. But that was absolutely fascinating. When the Symbolon comes out, it always gets so deep and so heavy. And I don't even know if I've actually purchased it yet. It might still be in my cart. I've been looking for some new cards. That are going to help with shadow work. Because we all have shadow work to do. Or tapping into, like I say, the shadows of these readings. Because they're not all going to be airy-fairy. They're not all going to be bright and beautiful and blessings are coming towards you. So I do want a deck specifically to help me, you know, do that with you guys and for you guys. Mysticism. Let's read that out of the book. It's purple. And then isolation. Right, okay. Isolation we just spoke about with this Hermit energy and the Nine of Pentacles. It's very on your own kind of energy. So you may need to be isolated to tap in to your third eye chakra here. Your extrasensory perception. Your connection to your higher self or God, as he was saying, through this healing, through this guidance, through this energy of the Hermit. You go within if you want to find out the answers. So let's read these and let's wrap this up. Now the isolation card is backed in blue and that is all about your throat chakra. your ability to communicate the truth to yourself, to others. That's what I mean. And there could be, I don't want to say self-denial because the card isn't here, but it's that, like say, not wanting to accept something. So you may need to have to speak or express a truth to yourself first and foremost. Well, that's the thing. We have to express the truths to ourselves before we can express them externally. Right, okay, the inspiration says, do not wait for the right time to live your life. This is that procrastinating energy. It says you are on the verge of something big, but if you don't participate, it could pass you by. And this is the participation. Like I said, you've got to get in the boat. You've got to get in the boat to move your life forward. And life will pass you by. I can speak from experience. Life will pass you by if you stay or allow yourself to be held stationary, to be held captive by this low vibrational devil energy, whether it's your own or somebody else's. Don't miss out on what life is calling you towards. Key ideas: self-protection, making excuses, over-preparing, never feeling ready to take action. The key words: celebration, experiences, and play. And then mysticism here. It says, inspiration, it's wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. And this is the inventory. Somebody's got to look at something, like I say, do a pros and cons. Really understand what it is that they've invested in terms of this commitment, in terms of this contract. And then take action. Right, it says, the unknown is not easy, but it's no longer necessary to fear. And we've not got the other Fool here, but this is the unknown. You walking this path. And underneath that, there was procrastination. And like I said, it may be because you fear the unknown. Or because, I don't know, something about an investment of time. You've done something one way for so long that you may not be able to see. We have the Hanged Man. Your life any differently, even if it is killing you inside. Right, it says, personal inquiry, am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Key ideas: ignoring the signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. Keywords: intuition, courage, and uncharted. And this is the mission. This is what the universe is asking you to go towards. Uncharted territories. Uncharted territories, and not to fear walking the path of the unknown. Right, I'm going to leave that there. That was so heavy. I hope you managed to get something from the reading, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.